what's up everyone, and welcome to my review for The World's End, which is the final movie in the Cornetto trilogy, which of course started with Shaun of the Dead, then went to Hot Fuzz, and now we're ending it with The World's End, which is a good way to end it. The World's End, it's the end. We're done. It's over. So I was very, very looking forward to seeing this ever since it was announced back in 2010 or 11. So I was really looking forward to this. The trailers looked great. It was getting amazing, amazing reviews. I was very looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it. What did I think of The World's End? Well, let's talk about the story. Alright, so the story for The World's End follows Gary King, played by Simon Pegg, who is an almost 40-year-old man who is a screw-up, alcoholic, not really likable, and he's pretty much a 17-year-old kid stuck in a 40-year-old body. So that's pretty much his character. But he wants to go and get some of his childhood friends and go and complete the Golden Mile at his hometown. He wants to go back and complete it because when he was a kid with his friends, they never completed it. It's 12 pubs, 12 pints, all in one night, and he did not complete it. He only got up to 10, so he wants to go and just complete it. So he convinces all of his friends. He has Andy, played by Nick Frost, of course, Oliver, played by Martin Freeman, Peter, played by Eddie Marsan, got it, and Stephen, played by Paddy Considine, who are all family men pretty much right now. So he wants to get them to go and just hang out, and he successfully convinces them. So they're all hanging out, pints, whatever, blah blah blah. And on their third or fourth pint, they realize this town's a little weird. It's a little different. Not many people recognize them, which is kind of weird, seeing that it's a lot of the same people, and they would recognize them, so, at least a little bit. No one recognizes them. And then they realize, robots. Oh, they have a big brawl in a bathroom, and they find out that all the people that lived here have been replaced with robots. Ooh, big twist. So now they have to go and finish all their pints, go to each pub, and make it out alive before the robot horde goes and attacks them and makes them their slave. So that's pretty much the story. I'm not going to explain any more than that. There's robots. Why? You'll see in the film. I ain't going to spoil it. So there you go. There is the story. I think the story in this film is truly phenomenal because just like how Shaun of the Dead mixed a romantic comedy with a zombie film, this one kind of mixes a buddy road trip film, with a alien invasion film. And they mix it together. They give us some really likable, very sympathetic characters, a lot of really funny moments with physical comedy and just the way, just the writing itself, and kind of unsettling moments at times where just, the robots in the town will just look at the main characters and walk in a weird way. And of course, have their arms out like this and have their mouths open, big gaping mouths open with blue lights. Kind of creepy the first time you see it, in my opinion. A little unsettling. But they mix all that stuff together and they give us a great freaking story. They really do, because you really do love the characters, in my opinion. You really do. You really do. Come on. Do you like them? You do. You do. The movie is hilarious all the way throughout. I don't think there was one joke that I was like, or I even laughed a little bit. Pretty much every joke I either laughed a good amount or I laughed real hard. It's a freaking funny movie all the way throughout. And not only that, it's an enjoyable film. Even when there's no comedy, you really like where the story's going, all the neat stuff that it pulls on you at the end. You just really enjoy it all the way throughout. And like I said, the movie's hilarious. It has some great writing, but also physical comedy. They do perfectly in this, and I have to give credit to the performers themselves because they do a great job of line delivery and then performing some of the physical comedy in this film. And a lot of it might not even be comedy per se, but there's actually a lot of really funny things that I can't even say without kind of spoiling some of the stuff. But let me just say, there's a lot of action in this film where characters are beating the crap out of robots, and there's a lot of really funny moments. So there's times where the physical comedy is really funny and then kind of badass in moments, a little bit here and there. But yeah, the movie itself is hilarious all the way throughout. It's kind of unsettling at times, and the acting is phenomenal. from everybody. You have, of course, Simon Pegg, who is great, and it's really good to see him play the role that he is in this film, where he's, he's the jerk. He's pretty much the Nick Frost of the first, Shaun of the Dead, and even Hot Fuzz. He's the comedic hijinks. You have Nick Frost, who is the straight man this time, which is great, and he does a perfect job doing that, and also, he's a badass in this film, which I was very surprised to say that. You have Paddy Considine, who is great, Martin Freeman, who is fantastic, you have Rosamund Pike, who is also really good in this film, and who's kind of wasted, I'll admit. If there's any complaints, I'll say she's kind of wasted, but Eddie Marsan is also great. So you have a great cast of actors here doing a great job. It's great. Everything's great. Ooh, I'm dropping shit. It's great. I'm knocking everything off my freaking walls. Screw it. It's great. Just knock everything off my walls. I don't care. It's so good. So overall, I think this movie is truly fantastic all the way throughout. It's hilarious. It's, heartfelt. It's just a great way to end a trilogy, and I absolutely love this film. I can't say anything more. I don't have any real complaints besides maybe Rosamund Pike wasn't used as much, but you know what? All the other characters were, so I can't even say that's a complaint, really. So I love this film. It's one of the best of this year. Yes, that is right. I'm giving it a 40 out of a 40. I love this film, and it's just as good as the other two in the series. There you go. I hope you enjoyed my review. It was a little bit more energetic and wacky than usual, but whatever. Thank you, and goodbye.